Welcome. And a prime evening to all of you. I'm Thunderbird Prime, Master of VTuber, and tonight we're just gonna show off some card games. Well, one specific card game, one I've recently got into, because I'm getting tired of the previous card game I'm playing, but I'll still play it. I'm just not going to be as invested in it as I currently am. Hi, Soul. Congratulations for getting first. You're now officially the coolest member of chat tonight. If you're here to learn more about the Hololive official card game, you're in luck. And if you're not interested, well, thank you for showing up anyways. So of course I have my deck box here. It's a Hololive Gen 1. We got Mel, we got Aki, we got Hachama, we got Fubuki, we got Matsuri. I got it because, you know, Aki's my Oshi. And now the first deck I'm going to show off is my Japanese deck. Or, you know, going forward it's going to be referred to as my JP deck. I'm just referred to as JP and EN. And yeah. Surprise, surprise! It's Aki Rosenthal. Hey, webcam, you gonna focus on the card? I always have this problem with this webcam. Just doesn't know what to focus on. There we go. There we go. Nice and glossy this. So basically, a deck for Hololive OCG, Hololive official card game, has 71 cards. Your main deck, which is 50 cards. Your cheer deck, which is 20 cards. And then your one Oshi card, which is kind of like your leader. For a total of 71. Yes. Yeah. Aki deck box. Aki sleeves. It's like... Can you tell who's my favorite? I think I made it pretty obvious who's my favorite. So... basically, in a nutshell, Hololive OCG, if you played Pokemon TCG, it pretty much plays the same way. It's basically Pokemon TCG, but with Hololive VTubers. I'm sensing a theme. Yes, there's a very strong theme. And of course, these cards are in Japanese. I got the deck in Japanese. Oh yeah, this guy's a Kiara fan for sure. Absolutely. Hi, Timeline. Well, actually, one of my IRL friends I play this with, that I'm trying to get into the game, he wants to build a Kiara deck. So, you're off the mark, but not completely off the mark. You missed the mark and somehow hit a different bullseye. If that makes any sense whatsoever. But anyways. Okay, so a little story time. When I went to Japan back in March of this year, we met with an IRL friend, like a mutual friend of one of my traveling companions. Like, this friend who lives in Japan is his friend and my friend as well. And he's been living in Japan for years now. I think he has a citizenship now. That's good. Anyways, he wanted us to build some Hololive OCG decks. Mainly because he just wanted someone to play with. And I was the only one in our group of 3 to agree to build a deck. Because, like, I want to build an Aki deck. It's like, I don't really care that whether or not it's top tier. I mean, yeah, I want to win. Duh. But if I don't win with my favorite, then what's the point? It's like when I'm playing White Schwartz, like, if I'm not going to play a series that I don't even care for, like, I'm not going to play, like, Bang Dream or Idolmaster Shiny Colors, because I have no interest in those IPs. Anyways, long story short, he helped me build an Aki deck. It's in JP though, so luckily I think all of these cards have been released in English, so I built the deck in English on like Bushy Navi, which is like Bushiroad's official like player app that they have. So I have that list pulled up, so I can tell you like what all the cards do. So we can like start with the Oshi card, which is kind of like your leader card. Like it cannot attack, it cannot be attacked. It just indicates how much life you start with. And like it has the name of the Holo member, of course. And like what color it is. And then it'll have like 2 Oshi skills. The top one is like once a turn you can activate this skill. And the bottom one, the SP Oshi skill, you can only use it once a game. So it's like usually a game changer. And like the top one is like it gives you an edge. So the first effect, the Oshi skill, costs 2 Holo power, which we will get into later. So once a turn, reveal 1 stone axe from your deck, attach it to your green Holo Mem, which is short for a Hololive member, which I will just be using for the rest of the stream. Then shuffle the deck. Now Stone Axe is a pretty powerful equip card. And yeah, it's called Survival Power. Sabaibaru Power. Yep. That's actually what it says. I can read a bit of katakana to make sure that, yeah, that's what it says. And then the SP Oshi skill, Song of the Earth, also costs 2. Once a game, restore all HP of your green center Holo Mem. Like your center card. Okay, your Oshi's off to the right. Your center is like your main attacker. That's in the center, obviously. So, yep. So, that cannot attack, cannot be attacked, just represents how much life you put up at the start of the game, which is made up of your cheer deck, which is like, in Pokemon TCG terms, would be your energy cards. And since Aki is a green card, I just use exclusively all green cards. Most decks will only use like 1 color. Some will run 2, but most only run 1. Anyways, I'm just gonna pull cards from random from the top of the deck and see like, okay, if there's dupes, if a new card comes up, I'll explain what each card does. So Nodoka, this is Nodoka. This is a support card, and you can see the word limited in English. If it'll just there we go, limited, which means you can only use limited support cards. You can only use once a turn, usually because they're pretty powerful. And this is basically Bill from Pokemon TCG, where Bill is draw 2 cards, Nodoka is draw 3 cards. I'm going to be making a lot of Pokemon TCG comparisons because it's the most direct comparison. Even though I haven't played Pokemon TCG beyond the Game Boy version, so I am completely, like, my knowledge is completely outdated in some respects. Anyways, tangent over. Next card. Ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah. You might be wondering, what the hell, Thunder? You're playing an Aki Oshi deck, but clearly this is not Aki. This is Chloe. It's just a basic Chloe card. Attack for 30. HP 110. Chomp, chomp, chomp. These basic, like, debut cards, which are basically basic Pokemon if we're still making the comparisons, and yep, you can see, come on, focus. Focus! Webcam, please, there we go, debut. And then the text at the bottom is like, you may include any number of this Holomem in the deck. So this specific card There's a lot of basic debut cards where it's like you could put any amount in your deck. It's good to have like a healthy amount, like maybe 8 to 12, just so you don't run out of debut Holomem to play. So yeah, 110 HP, attack 30, cost 1 energy, or 1 cheer. Cheer is basically energy in Pokemon terms, and it's blue. But since we can only, this circular symbol means like you can use any cheer color. It's basically like the equivalent of colorless. Anyways, next card. Da 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 da. Hey, stop sticking together. Da 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 da. Wow, the only other Chloe card I play. In brackets. This is the part where you cheer. Come on, focus. Focus. Focus! This camera really doesn't want to play nice. There we go. This is the part where you cheer for 30 damage. Costs 1 cheer of any color. It's a first stage, which means like a first stage evolution. Still 110 HP though. But the real benefit, this is the real reason why I play this in deck. This is the Bloom effect, which is like Bloom would be the Pokemon, the Hololive equivalent of Pokemon's evolution process. So Bloom effect, gonna chomp your heart. Look at the top 3 cards of your cheer deck, which is like your energy deck. Reveal 1 cheer from among them, and send it to your Holomem. So any Holomem, whether your center or the back row or the collab member. Then return the remaining cards to the bottom of the cheer deck in any order. So like it helps accelerate the cheer generation process, because usually under normal circumstances you only get like 1 cheer per turn, which is like 1 energy attachment per turn. You could attach it to anyone, but you only get like once a turn, unless you get like effects like that. Next card. Da 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 da. Manager-chan! Mane-chan. Again, another limited card. There we go. Mane-chan. This card can only be used if you have 1 or more cards in hand, excluding this card. So if this is the only card in your hand, you cannot play this. So, then, if you fulfill the top condition, return all cards in your hand to deck, excluding this card, and then shuffle your deck. Then, draw 5 cards. It's basically similar to OG Professor Oak from Pokemon TCG. Again, once a turn. Limited means once a turn. This is pretty much a staple card along with Nodoka. You can see why. Next card. Ba -ba -da -ba. Ooh, this is an Aki card. So, Aki. First stage. So, first evolution. 120 HP. Green card. Focus, focus, focus. So, this one also has a Bloom effect. Bloom effect Bremen Music Festival. You may attach 1 tool from your archive, which is your discard pile. That's what they call the discard pile. So take 1 tool from your discard pile, which is usually going to be Stone Axe in this deck, and attach it to your Holomem. And then Akiro's Fantasia. Come on, focus. Focus. Anytime now. There we go. There we go. Focus. Akiro's Fantasia. 1 green energy. So now we're getting into like specific colors. Green energy, because it's a green card, and if a tool is attached to this Holomem, send the top card of your cheer deck to your Holomem. So this really accelerates, really speeds up the game for you. And then you can see at the bottom, Baton Pass. What? Basically, Baton Pass is the retreat cost. So switching your center backs and with another one. So like, you have to detach one energy, put in your discard pile. Put it in a different discard pile because you want to keep your main deck separated from your cheer deck. It's just easier cleanup after the game's over. So good card, good card. Well, I may be biased in saying that because Aki's my favorite, but I would say it's like objectively, at worst, a really good card. Next card. Da, 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 da. Oh, another Notica. We can skip that. Next card. Da, 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 da. Bremen Music Festival again. Damn. Alright, how about, can we get a new card? Da, 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 da. There we go. Ooh, the fabled second stage card. Basically the final evolution. So basically, second stage, focus, 190 HP. Let's see. Retreat cost, or Baton Pass 2. Focus, damn it. Focus! Closer, closer. There we go. So, Bloom Effect. Gothic Doll. Appropriate, because I'm pretty sure that's what this costume is called. Send the top card of your cheer deck to your Holomem. You can see a theme here. If a tool is attached to this Holomem, restore 40 HP for that Holomem. You can see that like a lot of the second stage cards are kind of busted, which makes sense because like the slow build up, yeah, there better be a payoff. Oh, Secret Shared Key. This cost a whopping 3 green energy, and you see the 70 plus, and then there's a white plus 50. Okay, so I'm gonna explain here. There is, I think, now 6 colors, I believe, in Hololive OCG. There's white, there's blue, there's red, there's green, and they've recently introduced, well, recently in terms of EN. In JP, it's been around for a while. The 2 newest colors are yellow and purple. You will see purple later when I show off my English starter deck. But you can see against white colored Holomem, this does an additional 50 damage. But it's a 70 plus Secret Shared Key. If a tool is attached to this Holomem, this art, which is like the attack, gets plus 50. So you could be attacking for usually 120. And if you're attacking a white Holomem, that jumps up to 170. That nearly takes out anything. That takes out most things. Not anything. Not everything, but most things. And then next card. Da, 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 da. Yep, just basic debut Aki, 100 HP, 1 Baton Pass card. You can include as many as you want in this deck. I included 8. It just, I believe it just says Alona. Yep, Alona. Let me read the katakana. Arona. Yep, Arona. See, all those Japanese lessons are starting to pay off. Next card. Da 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 da. Notica. Next card. Da 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 da. Basic P. Just like normal PC. You can see it's a support card, but it's not limited. That means you could, in theory, play multiple of these in a single turn. So, reveal 1 debut Holomem from your deck. Place it on stage. Shuffle the deck. This helps you not get debut stuck. Then, next card. Da 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 da. The Stone Axe, the fabled Stone Axe we've been hearing so much about. Stone Axe. Okay. Hey, there we go. So, the Holomem this tool is attached to gets arts plus 20. So just permanent plus 20 to all of their attacks. When the Holomem this tool is attached to uses arts. So basically, when they attack, deals 10 special damage to this Holomem. So it's like kind of a drawback. You attack for an extra 20, but you take 10 damage every time you attack. Oh, yes. Additional ability if attached to a first or greater Aki Rosenthal. So basically almost everyone in my deck. Once a turn. When this Holomem is restored by your ability, draw one card from the deck. Only one tool can be attached to each of your Holomem. Now you're gonna be wondering about that like last bit where it's like restored by your ability. Basically, when they heal HP from an ability, there's gonna be other cards that, you know, combine with this Stone Axe to not only offset the recoil damage, but to get extra benefits. Next card. This game really stole Pokemon's whole flow. I'm surprised Nintendo didn't sue Cover Corp. Maybe there's just enough difference that they can get away with it. Anyway, next card. So, that makes you my enemy. You can see the look of terror on Iroha's face. And you can look, the look on Sora's face just says, do you realize just how fucked you are? Again, this is a limited card. Only usable once a turn. Do you remember Gust of Wind from Pokemon TCG? This is basically Gust of Wind. Swap your opponent's center Holomem with one back Holomem. It's Gust of Wind. And whatever reincarnation they have reprinted in current version of Pokemon TCG. And then next card. Bremen Music Festival. We've already reviewed that. Next card. Mikorone. Mikorone. 24. Again, another limited card. This is literally a dice roll card. You're gonna see why when I explain the effect. If, you know, the card would... There we go. So first, draw 2 cards from your deck. Then, roll 1 die once. If it's 3, 5, or 6, which is Mi-ko-ro, so Mi-korone, the Mi for 3, the Go-ko for 5, and the Ro for 6. The Japanese really love their puns. I don't know if you noticed this. So if you roll 3, 5, or 6, so it's a coin flip. Reveal 1 debut Holomem from your deck, add to hand. If it's 2 or 4, draw a card. If it's 1, nothing happens. So if you get really unlucky and roll a 1, at worst, you're drawing 2 cards. If you roll 2 or 4, you draw 3 cards. So it basically becomes a Nodoka. Roll 3, 5, 6, draw 2 cards, and summon a debut. Alright, next card. Da-da-da-da! Alright. I believe this is a different Aki first. 160 HP. First stage. Retreat cost baton pass 1. And yes, the first art is literally just Ada Ada. And then 5th for 30, 1 green energy. And Mugu Mugu Chatting, 1 green and 1 any other color for 50. Basic card. Nothing wrong with it. Next card. Ba-ba-da-ba. Mikorone. There's a few more cards left that we haven't showed off yet. We're just gonna flip through every single one. Stone Axe. Another Stone Axe. Mane-chan. There we go. New card. New card. Mascot. Jobs. Jobzu. I'm pretty... Yep, it's Jobzu. This Holomem... The Holomem this mascot is attached to gets plus 10 HP. So, like, you know, a minor buff. Additional ability if attached to Aki Rosenthal. When the Holomem this mascot is attached to uses arts. Restore 10 HP to one of your Holomem. So you combine this with the Stone Axe. You negate the recoil from Stone Axe. And if your Aki is stage 1 or higher, you also just draw a card. Because you get restored by a special effect, which is this. So hopefully you can draw as many of these as possible. Chloe, Mikorone. I believe there's still one last card in the deck we haven't seen, which is kind of funny. If we could just find the card. Anytime now. There we go. There's the last card. Hado Sparkling. Another tool card. So this and Stone Axe are the two tool cards that I use in this deck. Okay. The Holomem this tool is attached to gets plus 20 to all their attacks. The Holomem without alcohol this tool is attached to takes plus 10 damage. So, again, another trade-off. You do more damage, but you take more damage. It's not like 10 per attack. No, every attack launched against you does plus 10 more damage. But luckily, every Aki Rosenthal card, you'll see like the traits. If we can just zoom in and focus, there we go. You see JP for the Japan branch, Ikisei Gen 1, Half Elf, Hafu Erufu, yep, Half Elf, that's her trait. She also has the alcohol trait. So, you know, if the card this is attached to does not have alcohol, you take extra damage. But since Aki has the alcohol trait, she doesn't suffer that penalty. I'm pretty sure there's other alcohol cards. I'm guessing like Noelle and Lammy, if Lammy's cards are out. I know those three are like the biggest drinkers in Hololive. Or three of the biggest drinkers. And I believe that's all the cards in my deck. Everything else is just going to be duplicate. All cards we've already seen. And that makes up my 50 card main deck. Yep. So basically, you know, the strat is like extra cheer generation through different abilities. Either through bloom abilities. Yeah, mainly through bloom abilities. And, you know, healing as well. Some minor healing. Like, it's through the use of tools to get extra energy. From bloom effects. From the second Aki and the first Chloe, their bloom effects. And then Bremen Music Festival Aki really gets the tool generation going. You know, there's a very few, like, cards I actually play in this, like, Holomem cards. It's like 8 debut Akis and 2 debut Chloes. So 10 debuts total. That's normally I would say that's really low. But somehow I managed to get by. Also, hi Knives. Thank you for the belated affiliate anniversary. I'm just showing off the newest card game that I've gotten into. And then my cheer deck is just, oops, all green. All green energy. Green cheers. I miss throwing things at you in sport. Yeah, well, Twitch integrated throwing system kind of broke. I'm not sure how to fix it. I mean, no, I'm not going to e-beg. I'm not going to tell you to, like, donate money to me directly through my throne. Or, not my throne, my Ko-fi. You know, just being here is enough. If you don't have the money to throw my way, that's fine. I'm not going to make you feel bad about it. I know the economy is in fucking shambles. Which is, like, you know, why I'm not really surprised that the money we've raised for Movember so far is extremely low. I'm just gonna assume either mainly people are struggling, they don't got the money to donate. That's fine. Also, I'm gonna take responsibility for myself. I'm gonna take accountability. Say, I haven't been doing a good enough job of spreading the word. Of I don't have the charisma to convince people to throw money towards men's physical and mental health. You know, it's fine. I know it's mostly my own fault. Anyways, that is my JP deck. Yes, I agree, Knives. Like I said, the economy's in fucking shambles. It's insane. Everyone's going through insanely hard times, so... You know, the low amount of money makes me sad. It doesn't make me angry, it just makes me sad. Like, I feel like I should be doing better. I'm not blaming anyone except myself. And yes, we gotta look at the positive side. Every little bit we collect helps. So that's my Aki deck for JP. But, you know, Hololive OCG did finally come out in English. We're like, I want to say we're like 3 booster sets behind. Because, like, JP is currently at 5 booster sets. We're currently at 2. So, yeah. We're behind by 3. Where's my deck box? Yeah. There we go. Deck box. Next one. Unfortunately, I cannot find a Choco deck box. I just grabbed what I could. I mean, I grabbed another blonde. It's Flare. Shiranui Flare. I like her mainly because she sang Symphogear songs. Now, there were 3 trial decks at the place where I visited for card games. And I think there's only 3 trial decks available in English. There was Ayame, red, Okayu for blue, and Choco for purple. You can see, we now have purple. And the deck comes with the Oshi card, the 50 cards for the main deck, and 20 purple energy, 20 cheers. Purple. What if it was purple? Yeah! It also comes with these paper cutouts, these cardboard cutouts for, like, the damage you take, little green 10s, medium yellow 50s, and large blue 100s. And then you have, like, the marker for SP Oshi skill. You have it face up when you haven't used it yet, and then you have it face down when you did use it. But, you know, I don't really like fumbling with cardboard cutouts, so I spent a little bit more money and got like the actual like the piece set with the container, with the logo, Hololive official card game, and like these beads that are in the shape of the Hololive logo, of course, which is for the 100, the 10, the tiny green 10, the medium size 50 yellows, and the big 100 blues. And then we got the little fancy SP Oshi skill marker. So like you leave this face up during the game to indicate you haven't used it yet. And when you have used it, you just flip it upside down. 2016 cover cord. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag I want to be sponsored. Anyways. Because like we want to play in English because like we want to go to like official tournaments in North America. So we're making plans to like start building English decks. And we gotta start with the trial decks because, you know, most of us, like, the decks we want to build haven't been released in English yet. For some of us, they haven't even been released in JP yet. So we're gonna be waiting a really long time. But we might as well get started. Might as well get our feet wet. Might as well become more familiar with the game. And, you know, I decided to get the Choco deck. Because it's purple. What if it was purple? I already made that joke. Anyways, this is the Oshi card. If it was just focus, camera please. There we go. So yeah, it's in English. We can actually read it. We don't need a translator. Whether it be like Google Translate or someone who can read Japanese. Anyways, you can see Yuzuki Choco, 5 life. So, the first Oshi skill, which you use once a turn. Hollow Power costs 2. So once a turn, purple microphone. Once a turn, during this turn, your purple center Hollow Mem gets arts plus 20. So it's like pretty focused on just purple units, mainly Choco. If you're gonna build a deck around Choco, it's not gonna be a problem. And then the SPOC skill only costs 1. Once a game. Draw 2 cards. Discard 1 card. Draw 2, discard 1. Really strong ability in any card game. Like, yeah, in theory, you're only like a net gain of 1. But that choice does really help. Anyway, that's the Oshi card. And then my tier deck. Oops. All purple. Why are they in like silver sleeves? Well, someone got me 1 box of Dragon Shield sleeves. Just in case for like I need to re-sleeve my deck or something. Then I just ended up using it for tier deck. Anyways. While I didn't see any Choco sleeves, I did find my favorite character in Sinful Gear, Chris Yukine, having a grand old time at the beach, eating some ice cream. And as always, in true Chris Yukine fashion, if the card would just focus. There we go. There we go. As you can see, she's still the messy eater. Anyways, first card. Da 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 da. Wow, every card I open up, the first card I open up for both decks, is not the central card. It's not the central Hollow Mem. Alright, Spot. This is something we haven't seen yet in the other deck. Spot. Come on, refocus, refocus. Himemori Luna, 60 HP, retreat cost 1, extra. This Hollow Mem cannot bloom, so basically this cannot evolve. Himemori Luna. Nah. 1 cheer of any color for 10 damage. But the real value is in the collab effect. So when you become a collab, Choco Sensei. Look at your Holo Power. Reveal one card from among the Holo Power. Add it to hand, then put one card from hand to Holo Power. I'd say this is very strong, because, like, it's unfortunate that sometimes some crucial cards end up in your Holo Power, which under normal circumstances, there's no way to get back. But this can get around that. It's just, it's kind of vulnerable at only 60 HP. Anyways. Next card. Da 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 da. A first stage. Yuzuki Choco. At a massive 230 HP. It's in her maid outfit, so, you know. Very good card. Hashtag kinda biased. I worked hard to make this. Maid Choco, that's what gets you out of lurking, Taurus? Really? I mean, I get it, but I just think it's kind of funny. Also, welcome to the stream, Taurus. I worked hard to make this for 40 damage. Costs, you need one purple cheer and one other cheer of any color. But, as you can see, it's just going to be 2 purples. This is an excellent maid felt. I 1000% agree with you, Taurus. Bon appetit. 2 purples and 1 more of any color for 60 plus. You may return 1 event with food from your archive. So 1 from discard pile to hand. This art gets plus 20 when you do that. So it jumps up to 80. And you can see JP, Gen 2, Cooking, Baton Pass cost 1, and this extra explains what Buzz does. If this Holomem is downed, which is their term for getting KO'd, you lose 2 life. So it's big reward, big cost. Big card at a whopping 230 HP. Hits hard, but when it finally goes down, it's gonna cost you. You will see where food comes in play once we reach that card. But it's a good card. And you know, the omurice with a ketchup heart, just beautiful. Next card. Da 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 da. Amazing PC. Limited. You can only use it once a turn. This card can only be used if you archive 1 cheer from your stage. So you have to choose one of your Holomem, choose a cheer that is attached to them, detach it, and put it in the waiting room. Or waiting room, discard pile, archived. I'm mixing up all my card games. Putting the Kyun in Moi Moi Kyun. I started watching more Choco streams lately, which is, you know, kind of a rare thing, because she's like the oddball in Hololive, where like most Holomem have like terrible sleep schedules and only get like a handful of hours of sleep. No, this woman, this Yuzuki Choco, is notorious for getting like 20 hours of sleep a day. Damn, wish that was me. Alright, anyways, back to the card. Abandon her team in Apex and hide. Wow. I have no words for that. Except wow. And what are you doing? And perhaps play a different game. Anyways, refocus. So you have to detach an energy or a cheer. I'm gonna mix and match between. She did alright. Damn! Did she get carried? Okay, so back to the card. Reveal a first or second Holomem. Other than Buzz. So you can't pick Buzz. That's the stipulation. From your deck, Add to hand, shuffle the deck. Basically, if you're not finding like the evolution cards that you need, this comes into play. Next card. Da 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 da. Nodoka! We've seen this already, but now in English. Next card. Da 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 da. There it is. The event card. Choco's Omuraisu. Just focus. There we go. Choose one of your Holomem. Restore 20 HP to the chosen Holomem. Basically a potion. Then, if your stage has a Holomem with cooking, like Choco, during this turn, the chosen Holomem gets plus 20 to their attack. Good card, good card. And, you know, there are ways to recycle this card. You just need to get the cards in your hand. Next card. Mane-chan! Now in English. Now in English. Basically, it's like Professor Oak. Omurice. In fact, very nice. Hey, that rhymed! Good job, Zavato! Welcome to the stream. Hey, speaking of focus, there we go. We've seen this card in JP. Now we can see this card in English. Basically, Professor Oak. Just reshuffle your hand back into your deck, draw 5 cards. Next card. Suba Choco Luna. Oh yeah, another limited card. We have Subaru, we have Luna, we have Choco. This card can only be used if you have 6 or less cards in hand. Excluding this card. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Reveal any number of Ozora Subaru, Yuzuki Choco, and Himemori Luna from among them. Add the revealed Holomem to hand. Return the remaining cards to the bottom of the deck in any order. So, like, any cards, like any debut, any spot, any first, any second, any buzz. Any cards with those names in them of Subaru, Choco, and Luna. Easy. Just add them to your hand. At best, you get plus 4 to your hand. At worst, you get plus 0. Because you like reveal 4 support cards and question your life choices. Next card. Ba-ba-da-ba. Yuzuki Choco in her default outfit. Debut. 100 HP. Baton Pass cost of 1. Extra, you may include any number of this specific Holomem in the deck. This specific card. Nurse of the Underworld. Costs. You need 1 energy focus of any color. There we go. Does 30. Now you may be thinking, I held up that card in that specific angle on purpose. You'd be right. Next card. Normal PC. Now in English. Reveal 1 debut Holomem from your deck. Place it on stage. Shuffle the deck. Default outfit Choco is dangerous. Dangerously good. YouTube needs to stop being a bunch of cowards. Next card. Alright, a first Choco card. With 110 HP. Baton Pass 1. JP Gen 2 Cooking. Like all of Choco's cards. Bloom Effect. Choke on. Return 1 event other than limited from your archive to hand. So you're probably going to grab Omurice. Usually that's going to be your first pick if Omurice is in your discard pile. I love you. Mwah. Restore 20 HP to one of your back Holomem. So you can see a theme here. There's going to be a lot of healing in this deck. No, just listening to Choco can heal the soul. Next card. Same. We've seen this before. Next card. Idols do have a healing effect. Ooh, a different debut Choco card. You can see the HP is kind of low. If we just focus, you can kind of see it's 60 HP. Collab effect. One hell of a meal. Get it? Because she's a demon. You may archive one card from your hand. So discard one card. Reveal one event with food with the tag food from your deck. So basically, Choco's Omurice. Add it to hand. Shuffle the deck. So discard one to search for Omurice from your deck. Eat a lot, okay? 1 purple energy, 20 damage. As you can see, very, very cute Luna and Subaru in the rice bowl. Contains duck. Contains baby as well. Next card. You've seen this card. Next card. New debut Choco. And another very scandalous outfit. 60 HP, 1 retreat cost, 1 baton. Yeah, I'm gonna mix up Pokemon terms with Hololive terms. Yes, 1 purple and 1 cheer of any other color. My cute students for 30 damage. Collab effect. Good evening. If your Oshi Holomem color is purple, which it is, because it's Choco, draw a card. Just +1 to hand. Very easy, but kind of hard to get the energy needed to attack with this card. So you usually just use this in the back, collab like every other turn. Or every turn if you have 2 of them in the back. Next card. Same card. Looking respectfully. I'm not. I'm not looking respectfully at all. In fact, I am drooling violently. I'm pretty sure that's how the meme goes. Next card. New card? Nope. Another Nodoka! Wow, how many Nodokas are in this deck? 4. There's 4 Nodokas in this deck. How do I know? Because I drew 4 of them in one of the games I played. I had 4 in my hand at one time. Next card. There's the mascot, Chocolat. So, the Holomem this mascot is attached to gets plus 20 HP. That's an upgrade from 10 that Jobs gave. Additional ability if attached to Yuzuki Choco. When the Holomem of this mascot is attached to blooms, or evolves, restore 20 HP to this Holomem. Again, more healing. Only 1 mascot may attach to your Holomem. You can see a theme here. Healing. 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 Kind of like my Aki deck. You can see kind of my play style. At least when it comes to like a Holomem I like. Next card. Luna. Torega! Sorry, force of habit. I hear someone say Luna. I have to respond with Torega! Next card. There we go. The second stage Choco card. Again, the idol outfit. A different idol outfit. Sitting at 190 HP. Baton pass cost of 1. First art. I believe, yeah, that's super effective against green. So if I played this against my Aki deck gonna have some trouble. For both of, both arts have plus 50 against green Holomem. Yeah. I bought the Kryptonite to my own deck. Now, if it would just focus already, do I have to pull it away? No, I have to push it up. Up. There we go. San, ni, ich. 50. An additional plus 50 if attacking a green Holomem. And costs 1 purple and 1 any other color. Act. 60 plus and plus 50 against green. 2 purple and then 1 any other color for a total of 3. This art gets plus 40 for each event you use this turn. So like Nodoka, Mane-chan, Suba Choco Luna, Omuraisu. All those count. So if you looped Omurice somehow, that's like another 40, maybe even 80 if you used it twice. So definitely use all your events, all your support cards first, then attack with that damn thing. Next card. I leave the rest to you. Do you remember Switch from Pokemon TCG? It's just Switch. Or whatever the current version of Switch is in the current iteration of Pokemon TCG. Back when I played, it was called Switch. Swap your center Holomem with one non-resting back Holomem with 0 baton pass cost. It's Switch. It's just Switch. Next card. Omuraisu! It's a damn shame the starter deck only comes with 2 Omurice. Next card. A new Choco card. First. 130 HP. Free baton pass. Because of the wings. I'm guessing it's because of the wings. Because early Pokemon TCG cards kind of ran on that same logic. They just fly back. Just fly back to the bench. EG. Alright. And a very spicy name for her art. Forbidden Kiss. Also, hi Prisma. I'm showing off the second of my 2 Hololive OCG decks. Forbidden Kiss. When this art deals damage to your opponent's Holomem, restore 10 HP to this Holomem for every 10 damage dealt. Again, more healing. This time, self-healing. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but, you know, it can stall. Next card. We've seen Suba Choco Luna. Reveal top 4. Oh, look at top 4. Add any Subaru, Choco, and Luna to your hand. The second of the only second stage cards in this deck. We've seen this. Choco in a Santa outfit. Or it looks like a Santa outfit. Mane-chan, we've seen that. Shuffle your hand back, draw 5. Yep, basic first evolution. Kind of a Yabai card. And I say kind of. It would just focus. It's 140 HP, it's purple. 0 retreat cost, damn. Good workolet. I'm guessing it's a portmanteau of work and chocolate. 1 purple energy, 1 purple cheer. Cheer, energy, it's the same thing. I'm gonna mix them up. I'm always gonna mix them up. It's just inevitable after playing so many goddamn trading card games. For 20 damage. And nom. Mwah. 1 purple and 1 any other color for 40. Next card. Nodoka. Next card. That same Choco we just saw. I think we've seen all the cards so far. Chocolat, the mascot, normal PC. Yeah, I think we've seen all the cards. Yep, we've seen the Idol Choco first. Suba Choco Luna. Leave the rest to you. I'm pretty sure we've seen all the cards. Yep. Oh, wait. There's still one more card. We haven't seen yet. You know, we've seen Choco, we've seen Luna. Finally, we see Subaru. Ozora Subaru, a spot card, which means she cannot bloom. Which costs 1. JP Gen 2. Duck. 60 HP. Collab effect. Chiyoko. If your center Holomem is Yuzuki Choco, which is most likely every single time, you may send 1 cheer from your discard pile. Attach it to any Holomem. This can help recycle energy. Recycle cheer. You know, that assumes you have cheers in your discard pile. I'll make you draw the hell lottery. Costs 2, but only does 20. Subaru, please. I think they had to do that to somewhat balance the card, otherwise it'd be really, really good. Amazing PC, we've seen. Archive 1 cheer, search first or second other than Buzz. Cannot search Buzz, because Buzz is too good. Yep, one hell of a meal. Suba, Shupa! Shupa! Yep. And that's all the cards that come in the starter deck for Choco. Ayame's red, Okayu's blue, Choco's purple. Okay, so basically, how a game goes. First you set up your Oshi. I think it's face down or something. And you know what Oshi you're going to play, so you take your top 5 cards from your cheer deck, after shuffling of course, and lay them out. Your life, when it hits 0, you lose. If you can't draw any more cards from your main deck, you also lose. If you run out of debut Holomem on your bench, then you also lose. This really just stole Pokemon TCG's lunch money. Alright, so both players shuffle their deck. Shuffle, 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 blah, 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 blah. I'm shuffling, shut up. I'm shuffling, shut up. Anyways, then after you shuffle, you draw 7 cards. You know, as someone who's played a couple of games, this is kind of a terrible opening hand. Ideally, you want to start with ideally 3 debuts. I only have a debut and a first. So usually, if that happens, you shuffle it back in your deck. You get a free mulligan. You shuffle your deck. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Shut up, I'm shuffling. Okay, I'm shuffling for real this time, so none of you can complain. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Kind of hard with a double sleeve deck, but I make do. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shut up, I'm shuffling. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Then, draw another 7 cards. So after the first free mulligan, which is a term I think I picked up from Magic the Gathering, you'll complain anyways. Well, you're free to do what you want, as long as it's not too out of line. Now at this point, after you do your free mulligan, if you have no debut cards in your hand, but I do, but let's say I didn't. If I don't have any debut cards in my hand, I show it to my opponent, I reshuffle them back into my deck, but this time, every time you repeat this process of showing your no debut hand, the next time you draw cards after you reshuffle, you draw 1 less. So in this case, I would only draw 6. And say if it happens again, you reshuffle and only draw 5. Then theoretically, you could lose the game before it even begins because you fucked up and didn't draw a single debut card. It's very unlikely, but it has happened before. So anyways, let me just pick out some cards. Wow, there's like hardly any debut. Wow, I shuffled this deck really bad. Oh wow. Holy shit. Anyways, shuffle, 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 fake shuffle, search. Wow, where the hell are all my debut cards? They're not at the bottom, they're not at the top, so there must be in the middle. Alright, let's just pick out that. Just for an example, pick up that. And one more debut, a different debut. Because I want to show things off, okay? There we go. Alright, we have our 3 debuts, just in theory. Then I'll draw another 4 for a total of 7. Okay. Okay, this is a pretty god tier hand actually. Well, not god tier hand. It's like good tier. Not god tier. Good tier. Anyways. with my limited deck space, I will try to show how the layout of the board will be. So like on the left side, you'll have like your life. Every time one of your Holomem gets KO'd or downed, as it's called, you take one card from your life, reveal it, and then attach the energy to any of your Holomem. It's a comeback mechanic, so like you don't fall too far behind. And when it reaches 0, when there's no more cards in here, you lose the game. That's the main way you lose. And it's always from your cheer deck, your energy deck. You put your energy there, because like it's a comeback mechanic. So you draw your 7 cards, then you place like one debut beside your Oshi. Beside your Oshi, there you go. Face down, and then you can place more debuts in the back, also face down. Then you determine who goes first, usually by rock, paper, scissors, or by rolling a dice. You know, like the official Hololive OCG dice. You know, the one gripe I have with these dice is that like the pips are just painted on. They're not like engraved into the dice, like, you know, literally every other dice maker. But I digress. They look nice and that's about it. Functionality, they're gonna get worn down and they're just gonna be cubes. Anyways, so like once you determine who goes first, you flip over your debuts. Alright. Now, okay, so first the reset stage, which is like the first turn doesn't really matter, but every subsequent turn it will matter. So any card that like is in the back that's like sideways, I'm sure you have spare dice. My friends have spare dice. I don't have spare dice. You think I would have stolen some spare dice from that one certain workplace in my past? I didn't. Mainly because I didn't have time to, but you know, that's beside the point. Anyways, back to the game. Chat, does Taurus know? Does Taurus know? Anyways, back to the explanation. Any cards that are like, if they're sideways, that means they're on break. So like after a collab, they'll move back and be on a break, so you can't continuously collab with the same Holomem. If they're upright, that means they're active. So first step would be all their back Holomem that are on break are active again. So on break to active. Then you, if there's a collab member in this spot, you move it back to on break position, which is sideways. And then if your center Holomem position is empty, mainly because they were downed, you choose an upright active Holomem, move it to center. If you don't have any, if you do not have any anyone on the bench that is active, then you'll be forced to pick an on breaker, which means they can't act for the turn, which sucks. And if you have no one to put it up, well, I think pretty sure you lose the game. Anyways, so first step, the draw phase. You draw from your deck, your main deck, add to hand. Oh look, it's Super Chukulona. That really good card if you're lucky. Next step, the cheer step. You take one card from your cheer deck, reveal it, attach it to anyone you want. You're usually going to attach it to center, because they're going to be the constant attackers. And then the main phase. You can do as many as you can. So play debut. You can bloom as well, but the first turn restrictions are as follows. First turn, you're going first. You cannot bloom. You cannot attack. You cannot play limited support cards. If it's your first turn and you're going second, you can attack. You can use limited support cards, but you cannot bloom, which is evolve. So basically, That means I can't play this first turn. I can't bloom first turn. But, you know, I can play this mascot first turn. Because it's not limited. So basically, cheer. You know, people will have their different ways to set it up. I'm trying to discover my own way. So it's not so messy and cumbersome. And then, well, I can't attack first turn. Oh, yeah. So, play your debuts. You bloom if you can. You play your support cards if you're allowed to. And also, even though I can't do anything, I can't attack, I still usually collab first turn, which will be like to the left of your center. You collab, you take the top card of your deck, put it like sideways, face down, beside your Oshi. That's your hollow power that we read before on this Oshi card, if it would just focus again. See, hollow power costs 2, hollow power costs 1, yeah. That's how you get hollow power. And usually this is like a closed zone, you don't know what's in there. And then at the end of the game you look at like, so that's where the card I needed was there. It happens. But that's why we play Choco. Okay, so since we collabed with this Choco, her collab skill is, if your Oshi Hollow Mem is purple, which it is, you draw 1 card. Look at that, I drew another. I can just repeatedly do that. Alright. So since I can't attack, blah blah blah, I end my turn. And then usually my opponent will draw their card, do a cheer, collab, play other cards. Usually this is their first chance to attack. Usually I'll like, I don't know, let's say I take 20 damage. So I take 2 of these 10 green markers, put on top of my cards. Yep. Then their turn ends. My reset phase. So any sideways cards I have on my back bench, upright. Take my collab, put it back in the bench, sideways. Next turn. Draw a card. Cheer. Purple. That's my middle Choco, because she's going to be my main source of damage. And then, main phase. I choose to bloom to this very succubus-like Choco with short hair. Very, very good look, if I do say myself. I like long hair Choco. I like short hair Choco. I just like Choco. And her mascot ability effects. Since Choco bloomed, I heal 20 HP, which is why I took off the markers. Then I collab, get another hollow power, and since it's the same card as before, just a duplicate, I can draw a card. And look, I drew Luna, put Luna up there, and then I play. Now I can play Suba Choco Luna because my hand's running low. I look at top 4. Look, it's a Choco. It's another Choco. It's a PC card. It's a Super Choco. Okay, so I can add these 2 Choco cards to my hand. You know, this would be a lot easier to explain. You get a better sense of the game flow if I had someone else here, but 1, my desk space is limited. 2, there's no one else. 3, this was kind of a spur of the moment thing, so. Alright, you know, now I'm done with this card. Discard pile. And then I use Forbidden Kiss to attack either their center Holomem character or their collab Holomem character. It's either their center card or their left card. And if I wanted to use my Oshi skill, I could. I have enough to use the first one. But, you know, then it goes on, you know. Take damage, draw, reset. Oh, I should have reset first, but, you know, reset. Wow, I have a full bench. Okay. Yeah, I drew a card. I cheer someone. Let's go cheer Choco. Let's go. No, let's. You know what? Let's attach it to this one, so we can attack next turn. You know, assuming they're not attacking my other Choco, and play Super Choco Luna again. Blah blah blah. Look. Woo! Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another. Okay, I can't get that one. You know what I mean. +3 to hand. Value. Hashtag value. So yeah, if you've played Pokemon TCG, it'll be very easy for you to pick up Hololive OCG. Like we said many times before, it just Hololive OCG just copied their homework. They copied Pokemon TCG's homework, but changed it just enough to make it different. So they didn't make it too obvious that they copied, but anyone who's played card games long enough can see that they fucking copied. But yeah, I'm debating on whether or not I should get more Choco cards. Like, I'm fine with how it is right now, but you know, what I find after playing a few rounds that like I need more of that. I need more Omudais because there's only 2 Omudais. Frick! I see. This was in my Holo power. Like, my second Choco got buried. My second stage Choco got buried, and unless I like collabed with Luna, then I'm not gonna get it. And if my opponent is smart, they're gonna target Luna first. So in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have played Luna until I was ready. So yeah, there's only like 2 of their Shakola and 2 of these Omudais. So I need to find out which booster set that these cards are in and see if I can grab a couple of those. There is another Choco Buzz card that's very heel-centric as well, you know, which goes well with this deck. You know, I'll think about it, but like the main plan is just upgrade my Aki deck in JP, because I think she got more cards in Booster Set 5, which released recently. I should really drink more water. What can I say? Like, I've never really played games that required dice. Like, Pokemon TCG didn't require dice. I only play Magic the Gathering when my friends invite me to, and they have decks for me to play. Which, the last time they did that was for the Final Fantasy set. They gave me the Final Fantasy 14 deck. And I was like, hell yeah, because Yashtola, voiced by Ai Kayano, who voices Kirika in Symphogear. And Kururu, I think, is voiced by Nanjo Yoshino, who's also in Symphogear. And Minfilia, who's voiced by Miyuki Sawashiro, who's also in Symphogear. But yeah, tangent aside, Aki deck in JP. I built the deck in JP for Aki. I will keep it in JP. I will not recreate it in EN. I will just upgrade the deck as she gets more cards. I believe it's Booster Set 5, she got more cards. A few more cards, not like a ton of cards, but a few more cards. Shiori? Once Shiori gets more cards, I'll build a Shiori deck in EN. As far as I know, she only got like a handful of cards in Booster Set 4 in JP, which I believe isn't that much, actually. Like, if I go over to like some TCG website, TCG like, she doesn't have that many cards, and it's only in JP as well, so... It's in booster set 4 as well. Refined by Games. Okay. Excluding, like, foil parallels. Let's see. She's got 1, 2, 3. She's got 4 Holomem cards and 1 support card. That's it. That's it. And, like, if we include, like, foil parallel cards, she's got 11. Again, the foil parallels mean they're just duplicates but shiny. And you know how much card game players love their shiny cards. I'm guilty of this too. But the plan is Shiori deck in EN. Maybe I'll upgrade this Choco deck. Maybe. But unless I can find a place that sells like singles at a reasonable price, that's the caveat, at a reasonable price, then I'm not gonna gamba on packs. I really don't like gambling on packs. Let's go gambling! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Hold on. Let's see. Yuzuki Choco. Refined by Hololive OCG. Alright, so she got more cards in Booster 5. Okay, let's see. Yeah, she definitely got more cards in Booster 5. And Booster 4, I think. Or is that... Yeah, Booster 5. HSDO4? That's Starter Deck 4. SD means Starter Deck. Okay, I figured it out. I figured the code. I cracked the code, guys. Let's see. Starter Deck 4. Yeah, there's one Buzz card, I think. That's Booster 5, Booster 5, Booster 5. Yeah, Booster 2, Buzz. Okay, maybe I should go on, like, products. Go to, like, Hololive OCG. This doesn't really do anything. This is not good. I'm just looking at the official site on my other PC. Let's see. Okay, so we have the release dates for the next sets. Booster Pack 3 Elite Spark, which you can tell from the name is going to be featuring Miko because she's elite. December 19th. Oh, that's pretty soon. December 19th of this year. And then Booster Set 4, Curious Universe, which have Hiyori or Koyori? Koyori. Yes, Koyori. I think it's Koyori. Let me make sure. Yeah, Hakui Koyori. It's got Koyori and Laplace on the cover, so I'm gonna guess they're the featured Holomem in that set. Released at February 20th, 2026. Okay, so you know, we're catching up. We're catching up because that's 3 and 4. JP is currently on 5. I think 6 is gonna be teased soon. I think one of the card sleeves that they unveiled was of Shiori, so I'm going to guess Shiori's getting more cards in Booster 6. Alright, let's see. Products, events, card list. I was looking at the product list. I should have been looking at the card list. Wow, way to go, me. Let's see. Let's see. Card list. Purple. What if it was purple? Alright. There we go. We got Choco. Yes, all these cards come in the deck. the starter deck. Let's see. Alright. So Choco, Mori Calliope, Kureiji Oli, Murasaki Shion. You know, I should probably... Ina! Ina! Maybe I should show this off. Alright, let me get this set up. Okay. We can look at this together, which means I can move things back, move things around, bring my keyboard back into normal working order, please. Alright. Pull it back, pull it back, pull it back! There we go. Oh no. There we go. Which means webcam. Alright, you see my hand? Alright, we can turn off webcam for now. Which means I can turn the light off. It's getting too bright in my eyes. Set up new window. And new private window. Alright, Hololive OCG. Hololive official card game. And then Windows. Official card game. Will this show the right window? I sure hope so. There we go. Blooming Radiance. Alright, card list. Now we can look at this together. Together. I don't know why I did that voice. Because it's funny, that's why. Search. Alright, which means I have to go to Stream Manager on my other PC so I can keep up with chat. Make sure they're seeing what I'm seeing. Alright, Choco, Sion, Mori, Kureiji Oli. More Mori cards. Ina! Narissa! Let's see. More Ale, more Mori, more Ina, Choco. Wait, that's it? Okay, there we go, there we go. I think that's the one card we're missing. There we go. Buzz Holomem, Booster Pack Quintet Spectrum, Bloom Effect Seductive Gaze. Yeah. You may restore 50 HP to one of your back Holomem. Deal 10 special damage to your opponent's center Holomem for every 10 HP restored. And arts, Uncontrollable Charm, 1 purple and 2 more other. 80 damage. Extra. If this Holomem is down, you -2 life. Pretty straightforward. Taurus, don't look too long. You're gonna be in danger. Alright. Really, this is a... I wonder if I can refine the search even more. Let's see. Add search criteria. Booster pack, Blooming Radiance. Search. I don't think there's any. Yeah. Modify search criteria. Quintet Spectrum. Card type. All. Support item. Limited. No. All. Purple. Quintet Spectrum. I wish I could search by name. Okay, Choco. There we go. Wow. I can't believe I... What the hell? Why is it only 3? Do you only get 3? Alright, we got Buzz. This is like... Okay, that's the standard rare. SR, special rare or super rare. Again, another super rare. Okay, Can I refine the search? Modify search criteria. Yeah. Start deck blue, Okayu, red, IMA. Start cheer set. Purple, Choco. Apply. Search. If you want more of these cards, you have to buy another starter deck. Okay, well... I don't know if I actually want to do that. Are you sure none of these actually come in the booster set? That's kind of criminal, don't you think? Anyways, turn off that. Booster pack, Quintet Spectrum, support item limited. Let's see if we can find any more support cards. What do you mean? What do you mean? Did I? Oh. There we go. Idol's autograph pen, retro P. That should have been potato PC. Just saying. Holo X, Kanata Construction, Hololive Gamers, Mikorone 24, Hololive Fantasy. Isn't that their Grand Blue Fantasy collab? Really? Mikorone 24. Damn. Huh. Okay. I really don't want to buy another trial deck. I guess I'm gonna have to. Unless I can find singles. Huh. Yeah. What about Blooming Radiance? Let's search the support cards in that set. Idle microphone. Gaming PC! Oh god, with the scorpion tail looping around for your keyboard. Damn. 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 God, I wish that were me. I'll smack you with a blunt weapon. Tale of the Moon and the Rabbit. You're my enemy. Promise. Really? They don't have... They don't have Nodoka or Mane-chan in the booster set. That's kind of crazy. Like, huh. What if I just search limited? Even if I just search limit, it's not there. Wow. Wow. The staples are not in the booster set. That's kind of bullshit. And by kind of bullshit, I mean really bullshit. Yeah, search Quintet Spectrum. Wait. Limited Quintet Spectrum. This card only used if your life is 3 or less. Return 1 Holomem from your archive to hand. Wow. Okay. So kind of a semi-desperation card. Okay. Damn. I'm looking at cards and looking at the card list and look at which set they're in. I'm like, You only put the staple cards in the starter decks. That's diabolical. That's actually diabolical. It's like, you want more? Well, buy another starter deck. I don't like that. Okay, so all purple, Quintet, Choco. So I guess I just have to buy another Choco starter deck, unforge. Damn. Damn. But really, on the plus side, only two more Choco cards in the booster set I need, which is this one, the really flirtatious looking one, and then a copy of this one that I already have. But if I'm getting another starter deck, it's kind of a moot point. This is the hobby I got into, huh? God damn! I've made my choice, and I have to live by them. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Well, that brings the stream to an end, I suppose. I look at my wallet and cry a bit. Maybe just DM my friends who are going out for the weekend and to play some card games. Maybe I should ask them to like get another starter deck for me, and possibly any of these Choco singles that I need. You know, they're the main reason I'm still playing card games, because it's one of the few things we still have like universally in common. So we like get together once a week, play some card games, hang out, shoot the shit, spend some time together. Because really, if it wasn't for that, I'd probably just be a hermit for all my days off. And you know, that's not good for your mental health. Playing cards is indeed dangerous, soul. GFL new event starts tomorrow. Your wallet's going to hurt even more. Assuming that I decide to spend money on GFL 2. Remember, as of right now, my cube count guarantees me one of the UMP sisters. And like, guarantees me another 5-star, another gold elite rarity. Whatever they want to call it. Gold, elite, 5-star. Again, these terms are interchangeable. Not getting the new Centaurace skin, I'm thinking about it. Okay, I'm thinking about it. I also have to worry about the Andorra skin with the fucking skin gacha. I fucking hate the skin gacha. But they're giving us free pulls, but I still hate the skin gacha. Anyways, you'll hear me rant more about that on Thursday's stream. I will definitely rant more about that on Thursday's stream. So let's leave the ranting for Thursday. And let's try to end the stream on a happy note, please. It's already kind of ending on a sad note when I look at my wallet and like, you know that gif? Where like the guy opens his wallet, it's empty, and it's an Asian guy, and he just kind of recoils his head. It's like, It's like that, you know, that gif. You know the gif I'm talking about. Anyways, thank you all for joining me tonight. You know, I like doing these hand cam streams where like show off, you know, things I get or my hobbies. I'm definitely like doing these. There'll probably be more in the future. But anyways, thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for supporting the cause of Movember. Just less than a week left for Movember, but let's do our best. Let's go raid Mira. She's playing Peak. Mira sometimes pops into the chat. Yeah, she's doing a collab with Peak. It's her birthday, too. Anyways, good night, everyone, and remember, stay prime.